Okay, we're live.
Okay, guys. So I want to find out from you more about the particular genres that you enjoyed reading. What stood out for you on the device?
Fantasy, mystery.
Fantasy and mystery.
Yeah.
And you guys?
Free library authors.
That's one
Yeah.
of my favorite genres.
Fairy tales. I like the fairy tales.
Yeah.
It took me back. It took me back.
when you were
I like
younger,
the fairy
yeah.
tales.
I think I started reading the book by Nick Rovinovich, and I'm not gonna say it's a bad book. It's a really nice book and
But?
it's enjoyable. But I think I don't know. I sort of like lost interest because maybe it was a bit too comical for my liking. But the thing about the book by Bertrand Russell is that in the first chapter he says, because obviously you should be sitting at a table. He says, look at the table you're sitting at right now, and then there's a certain section where he says, I don't know, like I can't really describe it with words, but you have to read for yourself. But there was a point where he said, if you look at the table you're sitting at right now, you'll see that the top consists of the top is gonna always consist of two acute angles and obtuse angles. And I immediately looked at the table on my right. It was true. I looked at the table on my left. It was true, and it was like an aha moment. Like, wow, this is some really cool stuff.
Guys
So,
following me.
the book is very, it's intellectual.
I'm really glad that you're enjoying the philosophy books. I studied philosophy at varsity, and it's the most incredible subject. And we tried to select quite a range of classical philosophy texts. So once you finish reading Bertrand Russell, have a look at John Stuart Mill on liberty. There's Plato on there as well. I mean, there's some really exciting, fun stuff. And if you've got the mind for it, it'll take you on journeys that you'll love for the rest of your life.
Sounds very exciting.
And yourself, what genres did you like?
I like the comic genre because it broadened up my sense of humor. Not a humorous person, but since I read this Nick Robinovitz book, it just makes me laugh. Sometimes when I'm at home, I'm thinking about it, like, this guy, did I really have some man shit then? So, I'm looking at also going into philosophy and adventure because I love Dan Brown. I think it's interesting. So if we could get some Dan Brown in these Kindle books, then it would be better.
Tell me, are there other particular kinds of books that you would really like?
I just want to mention that classic literature, for instance, Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's an old-time favorite of mine because of its fairy tale with a lot of grown-up assets to it. Things that make you think, things that are happening today, people being discriminated against because of certain aspects. And to have it here, for instance, The Hunchback of Notre Dame and Little Woman. It's books that I think my teacher, Mr. Bonnet, would actually enjoy, and appreciate having.
So were some of the classics, were they still resonant, that you felt like, wow, I'm really glad I'm reading this book that people have been reading for the last 100 years?
Yeah, because it's actually difficult to get these books nowadays in
Yeah.
libraries and stores, and to have them here, it's easy access. So yeah.
That's great. On the comedian note, so I don't know if you guys ever watched Crazy Monkey. So it's a group of South African comedians. And so one of them is given us the book that he wrote, and we're going to be putting it on your Kindles today. He also made a movie called Straight Outta Benoni. He's a professional foot skater.
Yeah, and he's not from Benoni, but I mean we're in Benoni right now, so that's pretty cool. It's like,
I also think we should get books that we use in our English literature, like Hamlet and Cry Freedom. Yeah, and what's the other one? Maru. Because it would be easier, and Othello, because it would be easy carrying a Kindle in a classroom rather than carrying 3 textbooks of maths and English. Having a Kindle would
Far lighter.
the weight would be far lighter.
So do you feel that if we could get textbooks on the devices as well, would that make your life
Much easier.
Then you won't have problems of leaving forgetting books at home, getting into trouble.
Yeah, I'm one to speak.
Yesterday.
I think it would be quite a good idea to maybe split the Kindle in half to be novels and stuff, and then the other half would be textbooks, because we were talking with Mr. Danes, our maths teacher, the other day, and he mentioned something to say. Imagine if every child, just like we have every one of the grade 11s at St. Francis has a Kindle. Imagine if every child in South Africa would have their own Kindle, and then throughout their schooling career, all the textbooks that they'd ever need would be on that Kindle. And because the Kindle, it's an electronic device, and you want to take care of it because it's really expensive. So it would be such a convenience to have everything all in one and small and portable. So I think that would be
And no more textbook drama.
Prevent
Because
back
you
pains
wanna-
because we carry a whole lot of
a
textbooks.
whole.
It hurts. Yeah.
And would it make a difference for you if you could take the Kindles home?
Yes.
Yes. The world of a difference.
So do you feel that you spend more time reading?
Yes. Because I think also the most productive reading one could do is on the way to school. For instance, if you travel by taxi or something, it's at least a 45-minute ride on the taxi, and in that 45 minutes you could do a whole lot of good reading.
Yeah.
So it would be quite cool.
And tell me, would you feel safe carrying the Kindle with you on the taxi, going home, keeping it home?
I would call.
That one I don't
If
know
you
about
wouldn't, that's okay. Like, it's just interesting for us to know.
Yeah, it's safe to go home.
that. Not in Gauteng.
Not in Guatemala.
But yeah.
Is there anything that you found difficult or frustrating about the device?
For me, sometimes you'd be reading a book and then mistakenly you'd press a button and then have to go back again and search for the page and everything. So that's kind of the problem that I've faced with. Because I'd be reading and then mistakenly maybe move and then a button would be pressed and then everything would go back.
How long does it take you to get back to the page you were on?
Maybe 1 to 2 minutes or
Okay.
this, but it's not that long.
Okay.
I think that's the understanding of the Kindle more than anything else.
Yeah.
It's not the Kindle itself.
And then tell me, I've noticed that some of you are reading landscape and some of you read portraits. Is there one that suits you? Do you kind of like to change it up? Or?
It actually would be nice. While reading landscape, you've got the buttons on the top. It would
Yes.
actually be better to have the buttons on the side if you're reading landscape because you have to keep move down and so
Okay.
it's the only issue.
And you'll see that we've put the Kindles in the country envelopes. Do you want to just show the camera the envelopes? So do you find, how does that system work? Has that made it easy to identify which Kindles?
Yeah, it's easy to get your own Kindle.
Tell me, did any of you go and do any research on your country?
Yes.
Yes.
Tell me about Nepal.
Nepal, well, it's not an island. It's a part of Asia. It's a small part in Asia. Don't remember the language, but it was something that stuck out. Oh, I also saw Miss World, the competition. There was Miss Nepal there, and so yes, I did some info.
Yes, Nepal.
Was she good looking?
I was quite attracted because I was like, what? She's from Nepal.
And Germany?
I actually saw Bolivia during the Olympics, so I said something like, I'm going to see Bolivia because I want to see what the people look like. And surprisingly enough, they look like they were from Mauritius or Japan. They look quite mixed, quite Asian.
Okay.
Yeah. It was
And yourself?
interesting.
Not really, but I know a bit. It's in Europe.
What's your country?
It's Italy.
Italy.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, it's Italy. Most about designing leather, shoes, clothing, and whatnot. Yes, that's what I can say.
Did having the countries make you want to go and visit that country later on in life?
Yes.
I'm scared.
Nigeria.
All the wars with the Muslim people and the Christians and the oil. It's scary.
I think it would be a nice idea to say at the end of our 1 year period when we hand over, when we hand over the Kindles to the lower grade, maybe if we have like an assembly to present our experience to them, then maybe that would give us the platform to say, okay, I was assigned the country Ivory Coast, and this is something interesting I can tell you. Because just to so much just pick up your phone and do the research. Not to say it would be boring or something, but I don't think you don't have that initiative in you. But at least if they were to tell you that no, people like this and this will be listening, and at least you can share that knowledge with them.
Great, guys. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us. I hope you have more fun with Kindles, and we look forward to hearing your ongoing feedback during the course of the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.